Tonight's match at Mallorca delivered a paradox for Barcelona, a captain who looked immovable when defending yet fragile the moment he had to start an attack. Ronald Araujo dominated the aerial duels, put his body where it mattered, and kept Mallorca quiet when danger threatened. The kind of performance that earns applause and a nod from every teammate. But football rarely separates moments from systems, and the system that Hansi Flick is trying to impose, aggressive possession, a high line and control through short passes, requires every centre-back to be more than a stopper. They must be a reliable starting point. Against Mallorca, that expectation collided with reality. Tasked to receive under light pressure and progress the ball, Araujo's passing was uneven, too many possessions lost at inopportune moments, and only a fraction of long passes finding their target. The result wasn't chaos, but it was a warning sign. It's one thing for a defender to limp through a night, and another for the very shape of your plan to be called into question. Flick now faces a decision that feels bigger than a single match. Do you protect a man who leads by example, adapt the team to shield his distribution, and accept more conservative build-ups? Or do you accept that modern possession football demands different technical profiles from your centre-backs and reshuffle the backline to prioritise ball progression over raw dominance? Behind that managerial choice lies a chain of tactical consequences. Change the system and you risk disrupting chemistry. Keep the captain, and opponents who study the tape will repeatedly try to force him into uncomfortable positions. Bidi, who partnered Araujo in Mallorca, offered the kind of composure and passing accuracy coaches dream of. He took more risks, completed a higher percentage of passes, and rarely turned the ball over. That contrast is why the choice is so stark. It's not simply about replacing one player with another, it's about choosing an identity for the team's spine. History gives Flick no comfort. On big nights in Europe, opponents have already aimed to expose the same blueprint. Asking Araujo to be the quarterback of attacks has, at times, produced the very vulnerability opponents seek. The problem is amplified when the season opens and stakes are high. Teams will map tendencies, set traps, and the margin for error is tight. Flick has other options in the squad. The ball-playing instincts of Andreas Christensen, the technical reliability of Eric Garcia, and Jules Koundé's mobility and passing range are all tempting. Each option solves a different problem and creates another. Christensen might smooth the building from the back but changes physical dynamics. Koundé offers speed and ball skills, but pairing decisions influence pressing triggers higher up the pitch. Any change requires training time, tactical nuance, and the acceptance that the team could look different, perhaps less dominant in aerial duels, perhaps more assured in circulation. This dilemma matters not because one match was scary, but because the style Flick wants hinges on minimizing transitional risk. When your defense becomes the first phase of attack, the cost of an errant pass is amplified. A lost pass can lead to immediate danger, a counter-attack, or a goal. If Araujo fixes this facet of his game by improving decision-making under pressure, refining longer passing accuracy and losing possession less, the simplest path is to keep trusting him and build protective patterns around him. If he doesn't, the manager will have to adapt. Bring in a different centre-back, alter the build-up structure, or temporarily reduce the insistence on high possession in favour of more secure progression. Each path affects how Barcelona will press, how full-backs invert, and how midfielders position themselves. For fans, the drama is immediate because it touches identity. Barcelona supporters want control, rhythm, and the trademark ability to carry the ball from the back. The tension between loyalty to a captain and the cold calculus of tactics is the kind of storyline that defines seasons. Over the next few fixtures, opponents will test whether Flick will tweak around Araujo or reinvent the backline to prioritise ball circulation. It's a managerial tightrope. Do you solve a technical flaw with coaching and tactical cover, or do you accept short-term disruption for a potentially more stable long-term? The answer will echo beyond a single lineup sheet. It could determine how resilient Barcelona are when the biggest tests arrive. Fans and analysts will be watching every pass, and for Araujo, every successful progressive pass will be another reassurance. For Flick, every match will be a verdict on a choice that could shape the club's early season trajectory.